Good afternoon. I should say good rainy afternoon. Wonder if you're all getting rain at your house. We might hear some thunder on the video as we go. It just thundered a few minutes ago here, so kind of interesting for a May afternoon. Anyway, welcome into, hello Arlena, how are you? Welcome into Midweek Moments with your mentor. Hi Cecilia, nice to see you too. Arlene, are you getting ready at your house? Because we sure are here. Um, anyway, my name is Margie Donaldson. This is Midweek Moments with your mentor. And I am an Honor Society seller as well as a bronze leader here with Avon. And I'm in my 19th year, so yay, woo! Arlena says it just poured at my house. Yeah, really weird weather today. It was like sunglasses on, sunglasses off, depending on which direction I was driving. I didn't leave my house until I want to say like 2 o'clock. And it was just weird. If I faced north or east, I took off my sunglasses. If I was facing south or west, I had to put them back on. It was just, it's freaky out there. So anyway, just to let you know, I hope this does not interfere with any of our internet capabilities today, so I can come on here and let's talk as a team. So today is a really important anniversary for me in terms of the fact that 8 months ago today, which would have been September 8th, let's see, Arlena says, I don't get it. It's May, LOL. I'll take it though. Oh yeah, anytime we can get rain. Oh, I'm not arguing with it. Fine, go ahead. Rain, 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 please. Anyway, September 8th was 8. Ohio for training with Avon. So I can really improve my team, improve my improve everybody's businesses. Okay, let's put it that way. And I will let you know that it's still a work in progress. We're still building this team, but you know what? I think even the people at the very top of the like the biggest team leaders in all of Avon, they're probably still building their teams as well. So this is still, we're still building, and we will keep building forever. But there is no doubt in my mind the unwavering support and faith as a team that you are going to get from me to help you build your businesses. I am starting weekly calls with my coach, Lorianne, and we were going over what I can do more for my team than what I'm currently doing. And I have this pop-up that will not go away, so I hope that does not, oh, it went away finally. Anyway, so what I can do for my team, you know I'm always here for you, okay? You can, hi Gwen up there in North Country. How's your weather doing up there? Because we are having spotty rain, some thunder, that kind of thing down here in the valley. It's kind of a weird day. Cecilia, how's your weather down there in Tucson? I'm just curious to know how much of Arizona does this weather cover? It's just freaky, but wonderful. Yay. All right, so unwavering support. You know, and I always say it verbally, and I always say it in any emails, you know, the newsletters, everything like that. Feel free to call me, text me, email me anytime. I am here for you to help you build your business. If you're thinking, I'm not making as much money with Avon as I was hoping to, or you're thinking, I need some fresh ideas, or you're thinking that, you know, I don't understand the new system, the Avon Now, which used to be Avon 2.0, you know, everything like that. If you are having any like, should I run this past somebody? I really wish I could talk to somebody. I don't know who I could talk to. You know, I call Avon, but they're really just there to answer my basic account questions, that kind of thing. That's what I'm here for. I am here as your mentor to help you grow your business, okay? So what I have on the agenda for today, we're going to go over brochures. We're going to go over recruiting. We're going to go over virtual brochures. We're going to go over the discontinued list. We are going to go over sellouts and my idea of how to work with sellout issues, and finally team contact, which you probably think, well, she just covered that, but no, I have more. Okay, so bear with me, and I hope you might want to take notes. So anyway, all right, brochures have increased in price. I'm not sure I've seen an increase in price this much in all of my 19 years. It seems like it went up little, and then now it's like boom. So you want to use your brochures very effectively, very strategically. You don't want to just throw them away if you can help it. But you also need to connect with all of your customers, okay? So a couple suggestions here. If you are out, let's see. If you're out, hi, Lorianne, how are you? I was just talking about you and how we're having our weekly calls. So I'm so glad that you are able to join us here. So we're talking about brochures and the increased brochures. And what I'm going to say is, if you're leaving a brochure somewhere, like I see ideas all the time, or I see people tossing, that kind of thing. If you're leaving a brochure without giving it to a specific customer, one of your already existing customers, please, 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 please include a brochure, a recruiting flyer with it, whether it be a recruiting postcard, like size, or if it's a quarter sheet piece of paper, or if it's the bookmarks. And I believe, I meant to check on my files, but I believe it's in the files on our group, Sail into Beauty Stars. And if you're not sure, well, I don't really like what I'm seeing, does anybody have any other ideas? I can help you put together some good recruiting flyers that you can include in all of your brochures that you will hand out to anybody who's not already one of your customers. And by the way, on that note, it's always a good idea every now and then just to remind your customers that yes, they too can start their own Avon business. If they call you and it's with a really substantial size order, tell them, hey, did you know that you can get 40% off of your order just by signing up as a representative? And then they'll want you to give them more information. So just be prepared for that. You always want to have your mind running like, oh, I could talk to that customer about starting their team. Also, on that same note, listen to your customers. If they say that they are needing to earn some extra money, that's a great way to say, hey, have you thought about starting your own business? Or it's, and if they say no, then what you can say is, well, would you like to have a fundraiser? I can put together a fundraiser for you. And that's something where they can, the fundraisers don't have to be just organizations, Little League or, a cause kind of thing. It can be just an individual person that you're raising funds for. You set up the fundraiser, you give them the link, they can go on your online store and place orders that way. So anyway, just keep that in mind. But anyway, so always include a recruiting flyer whenever you are passing out brochures. Also, if you are, hi Carol in Texas, how are you? If you are sending out an email, make sure that you have a signature set up on your email where it includes the link to your online store, where it includes the link if you want to be a representative, click here. If you go back through the emails that I send out, you'll see that I have that signature already on there. And you never know when somebody's going to click on that and say, yeah, I do want to shop, or Yeah, I have thought about starting, my own business. So then they've got those links. Speaking of links, brochures, because they have gone up in cost, you know that we can now text our brochure links. You can also email them, and you can post them on social media. So you don't just have to buy enough brochures for all of your customers. Maybe some of your customers are already online, and tell them, hey, I'm going to start sending you brochures virtually, because sometimes they'll get the brochure virtually before you've had the chance to actually stamp it or label it and get it out to them. Okay, so those are just ways that you can effectively grow your business and grow your recruiting efforts. Okay. Hi, Nina. How are you? How's the weather over on your side of town? Because we've been talking about what we're having here in North Phoenix. We've had rain. It poured at Arlena's house, and it's just kind of strange weather for May. So anyway, just curious. Okay, so that's what I meant to cover with brochures and recruiting and virtual brochures. So does anybody have any questions regarding that? Because if you do, ask it here, send me a text message, we can call, we can email later, just to answer any questions that you have along those lines. Now, speaking of brochures and the products in the brochures, okay, Lorianne, they also can see all the flyers like outlets too electronically. That is a really good point, because I don't buy the outlets or the additional flyers anymore. I just hand out what Avon sends me, which is usually just like 5, 10 of each kind of thing. But there is more that can be found online. So that's a really good point. Thank you very much. And Carol said it's been storming here in Texas, flooding yesterday near me in Houston area. Well, be careful, all right? My daughter is back from college. I went up to Flag and back yesterday, and she's back. She's now living with me. So that is her bathroom. So I'm hoping that I always remember to close that bathroom door, because it is now a lived-in bathroom, believe me, in just less than 24 hours. But anyway, I digress. So where was I going with that? Oh yeah, I drove up and back and got her. Anyway, she was driving to the East Valley tonight. It's raining here. She hasn't driven in quite a while. So I said, please be careful. And she's like, Mom, I will. But, I'm a mom and I start to worry. So anyway, all right. So discontinued products. Have you all explored the website where, oh, I'm on the wrong system. I need my mouse. Here we go. Have you all explored Avon Now and become familiar with the different things that we can see on here? If you haven't, I invite you to take time, maybe half hour, just even once, just to explore. You'll want to click on the sitemap, which if you go all the way down to the very bitty bottom, it's in really tiny print. You can find the sitemap. But what I'm hoping that you find is, and of course my laptop is covering up. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, nope, that's not it. Where did it go? Is it, oh, I think it's shop clearance. Okay, hang on a second. Let me click on this. Is that it? There is a place. No, that's not where I wanted to go. They moved it. I swear they just moved it on me. If anybody, oh, I know. Yeah, they moved it now to the right-hand side of the screen. Inventory alerts. Inventory alerts is really important, not only to see what is currently in the brochures and available and everything like that, but it's also got this really cool hello and goodbye discontinued products by quarter. They just came out with the third quarter discontinued products campaigns 14 through 20. We are pretty soon in 14 through 20 because we're in campaign 11 right now. Arlena says, speaking of Flag, what is happening there? Snow, really? Oh, I'm sure. One of the NIU moms that I used to have dinner with, she said that a few years ago they had snow on graduation day. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if up north they are having snow. Okay, so third quarter discontinued products. If you go to this screen, click on it, and you see, like for instance, very top thing says that the True Color Kohl eyeliner in Midnight is going to be discontinued. However, they are suggesting Glimmer Sticks eyeliner in Starry Night Blue. Yeah, I can totally see that correspondence. However, if you click down, you just scroll and scroll and scroll because it is a very large document this time. Scroll, 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 scroll. Let's see. Hello, where did it go? All right. I'm almost to the bottom here, I think. Okay. Yes. Last campaign available, campaign 17, the Aspira Women's Daily Essentials. In the regular line, the 40 plus, and then the just the bottles themselves. So there's the Daily Essentials, which is the packets, and then there's the multivitamins, which comes in the bottles. The looks like they're keeping the men's Daily Essentials, and they're keeping the multivitamins for the women's, but they're not keeping the 40 plus Daily Essentials nor the 40 plus multivitamins. So guess what? Guess who this directly affects? Me. When we came out with this Aspira a couple years ago, I guess, I converted myself from the QVC, like Daily Essentials kind of packets that I'd been using for years over to Aspira. Why wouldn't I? Because I get the discount. The comparison was very comparable. So I switched. And now they want to take it away. So here's what we're going to do. If you're going to RepFest, you need to have a certain number of sales between campaigns 12 and 15 to be a VIP at RepFest. So I suggest that you do this in campaign 12. If you are not campaign 12, if you're not going to RepFest, then I would say, hey, you can start doing this anytime, but don't act on it too late. And that is twofold. Number one, scan down through those lists. If you see any products on those lists that your customers order on a regular or semi-regular basis, such as the concealer stick that my customer B, I've had her B as my customer for over 10 years. She is not going to be happy when I tell her that her concealer stick is going to be discontinued. She's going to be somebody that I'm going to call and say, hey, this is what's happening. You might want to stock up on it now. And I know B, she will definitely. So scan down through that list, see if there's anybody's products that jump out at you. Like one of your customers might use the Be Daring fragrance. Well, Be Daring, they're saying, is a comparable to Faraway Infinity. That's a substitution that they're suggesting. But if you smell them and you're like, oh, they don't smell anything alike, then you might want to tell your Be Daring customers, hey, it's going bye-bye, and you might want to stock up. So that was just an example. So anyway, I beg of you, go through the inventory alerts and check out those lists. Now, let's say that you run across something that is a sellout. You go on there, whether it be a current product, whether this is going to be a discontinued product, you go on there and you find that it's not available. If it's no longer available, or if it's a can't order that right now, check back in a couple of campaigns. This goes both ways. What I have started doing is I have a notebook. The kids, you know, they leave all their notebooks behind when they're done with the class kind of thing. I've got paper, like loose leaf paper. I've stocked up on it for years. So I have that in my notebook. I also have an index divider, a divider, that's what it's called. So I have two sections so far in this notebook. The first one is add items to order. And what I mean by that is, let's say that somebody orders something that I happen to have in stock, something from our meeting in a box, or just something that I got because it was a great deal and I stocked up on it because I knew my customers love those those products. If that happens to you and you're like, well, how am I going to keep track of, Sue wants this for her order. What I do is I write it on my list, add items to order. So then when the invoices are ready, then I have their name, the name of the product number, and the price. And then when I go to my invoicing tool, then I can just simply type all that in, and it's very simple. And then I check it off when I've added that to my invoice. So that's one way that I deal with that issue. The other one that is more appropriate for this discussion about inventory, I have an items not available list. I've got the person's name. I have the name of the product. I have the product number, and I have the price. And for instance, the Ladybug watch, it came up as not available, check back in campaign 13. So I did two things. Number one, I put it on my written list here. Number two, I went over to my online store and I didn't try to order there because I knew on my, because I was just placing a regular order anyway, but I went to my online store and I pulled it up as if I was a customer. And when you do that, there's a notify me. Now there is a notify me on our system. So yeah, I do both. I click notify me on both. So yesterday, hi Martha, how are you? So yesterday I got a notice that the Ladybug watch was back in stock, and I sold two of them, one to Pat and one to Pat, two different Pats. How funny is that? And that rhymed, ha. Anyway, so I put together an online order because those watches are $14.99 a piece, and somebody had ordered something else just recently, and so I was able to add that in. So I had a $40 qualifying order, and I put it through to my online store. So that package will come, ensuring that I have those watches for those ladies because they love the watch. So I'm now able to check that off of my items not available because it's in. But before I place my order each time, I go from the top of the list to the bottom, and I make sure that I check off, not that I check off, that I check to make sure, okay, are these items available yet? There was one of my customers ordered something from the outlet too late. By the time that she called me to order it, we were past the time that I could even, the system wouldn't even recognize that number. Hi, Michelle, how are you? How's the weather at your house? We've been talking about that tonight. Anyway, she ordered this outlet item too late. I couldn't even try to order it. So I put her on this list. I have Ellen, it's a bracelet, I have the product number, and I have the price. And I check back each time, and a few times it would say not available, not available, not available. Campaign 11 that we're in, I tried it again before I sent off my order, and guess what? Boom! It's available. All of a sudden, it's back in the outlets, and it's available. Yeah, rainy. I had thunder here right before I came on, so I was like, oh, I hope that doesn't interfere with our broadcast, but it doesn't seem to have been yet. But anyway, that's what I'm doing is I have this list. So then I'm able to maintain my invoices. Now, if you run into a situation where the products are not available and your customers are begging you for them, remember that we have the Los Angeles Sales Center, the LASC, Los Angeles Sales Center. You can email an order to them. You can also call them. Sometimes the on hold time is way too big, way too long. So I just sent an email, and usually within that day, sometime I get a phone call from area code 213, and I always make sure that I pick up any calls that come from 213, and they'll say, okay, we went through your list, and this aren't coming, this and this are. Sometimes I have really good success with that. Sometimes I don't. Campaign 10, the only item that they had was one of those iconic lipsticks. Am I really going to spend $6 or $7 on shipping for a $6.99 lipstick? No. Sorry, and it happened to be Ellen. Sorry, Ellen, you're not going to get that. And the reason why I didn't even tell Ellen that that was a possibility, because we have other lipstick colors that are very comparable. So it's my secret that I could have gotten it for her, but I didn't. Because I also have to think of myself as a business, and does it make sense to spend that much money on shipping for one item? No. Hi, Karina. How are you? How's the weather down there? I hope that kind of helps, and make sure that if you are looking for a product, you can always feel free to post on my Sail into Beauty Stars team group. Hey, does anybody have this kind of thing? Because we can probably send things cheaper than the just standard shipping costs that Avon has. So anyway, all right. So I've gone through the discontinued, the sellouts, the notebook that I have. Oh, the other thing about discontinued. Okay. So I often have talked about the Onward No Matter What group, and Lee Bibb is Molly Stone Bibb's husband. Lee Bibb is a wonderful man. He's just wonderful. I've given him many a hug over the year. Anyway, he said this, and I'm going to just read this post to you. Call to action. We need you to professionally and politely email these 3 email addresses to express how shorts have financially affected us, and if it has cost you customers, team members, and or money. Be polite and be professional. Those are 2 very, very, very important points, okay? So he put down the lorianne.goldman@avonusa.com. She is our CEO. Make sure that you spell her name correctly. It's LAURIEANN.goldman@avonusa.com. Steve Bosson, I believe he is the COO, and it's steve.bosson@avonusa.com. And Debbie Teese or Tice, I forget how she pronounces it, and it's DEBI.THEIS@avonusa.com. I've seen her on stage a few times. I cannot remember what her role is, though. But anyway, Lee thinks that it's important that we email these 3 individuals. And he goes on to say, Molly and I believe they need to hear from the heart of the company, and that is all of you. We are all the heart of Avon's company. If reps aren't happy, customers aren't going to be happy. If reps aren't happy, our families aren't going to be happy. It's like that saying that I always say, if mama ain't happy, nobody happy. So they need to hear from the heart of the company, which is all of us. Let them know, and again, he says, but professional and honest. It's time to come together as a tribe and share our perspective respectfully. On that same note, any time that you are typing up any email, whether it be to Avon corporate, to your customers, or if it's to, if you're making up recruiting flyers, that type of thing, this is where I'm going. I gotta get rid of another pop-up. Anytime, make sure that you are writing correctly. If you have any questions about proofreading issues, please let me know. I'm a real big stickler on things being spelled correctly. And sorry, Lee, but yeah, you spelled affected the wrong way. There's affected and there's effected, and he used effected when it should be affected. So anyway, the point is, let's be professional, let's look professional, and let's get things proofread, okay? Okay, so I believe I've covered everything except for team contact. So I love you all. You all are so important to me, and I hope that I'm important to you. I hope you don't think that you can't contact me at any time, because you can. You absolutely can. I love when I get to hear from my team members. Call, text, email me anytime. Anytime, I'm telling you. If I'm busy, I'll let you know. I'll say, okay, I'm not home right now, or I can't get to that right now. I'll get the answer and come back to you. Okay. I hope that you trust me enough to give you that level of support, because without you, I'm nothing. So I need you all. I love you all. And I want to bring this team together as cohesively as possible. On that note, I will be reaching out to everybody. I'm going to be putting together, they're not going to be power hours, but something on that line where I'm contacting my team. Don't wait for me to contact you. If you have a question, if you want to get on my calendar on a regular basis, I'm here for you. You are also going to see invitations as such that basically says, I'm going to be reaching out to you. But if you want to get on my calendar quicker, like if you want fast track to get on my calendar, take advantage of this invitation that I send out to you, and definitely get on my calendar. Let's talk ideas. Let's talk strategies. Let's talk what's working, what's not working. I always pick up tips from all of you. Michelle, I still haven't, or Carol, I still haven't put my natural energy by my teapot. It came to me as an idea yesterday, and I meant to do it, and I haven't done it yet. But, it takes a while to remember to do things. So I am going to do that, because natural energy is so important. And also calm. Talking to Cindy, our upline, the other day, I was telling her I have so many overwhelming things going on in my life. And she said, take calm to go to sleep the night before, and it just will start to clarify everything and help me sleep better. I'm sleeping like a rock. I usually do, but she said it'll even be in my system the next day and will help me just, smooth out those rough patches. Says something here. Okay, I get rid of that so I can scroll down. You need to try calm. Carol says she needs to try calm. Well, you're doing really good at the natural energy. At least I think that's what you were saying, that you take that. But yeah, I have a bottle of each one of them. I need to remember to do that. So anyway, it takes time to develop that habit to remember to do things, right? So I think that's all that I had on my agenda. The brochures, the recruiting, virtual brochures, the discontinued list, and what we're going to do, what our strategy is going to do to tell our customers about that, to tell Avon that we're not interested in them discontinuing different products, the concealer stick, the vitamins. Oh my gosh, yeah, Carol says she loves her natural energy. Yeah, I was thinking it was you that said that. So we've gone over the discontinued list. We've gone over sellouts and my notebook. And on that line of thinking, if you have a certain, I don't want to say strategy, but a certain process in place, a certain system in place that's working for you to keep you organized, whether it be customers or inventory, whatever you have, let's share it, because I'm always up for learning about new systems, because once I put a system in place, I'm pretty good about just keeping that going. So like with calm and natural energy, that's a system. It's a system to remember to take natural energy in the morning, and it's a system to remember to take calm before I go to bed. Once I have those in place, you can bet your bottom dollar I will keep those systems in place. It's just a matter of starting them. So I talked about sellouts and my notebook and the team and contact. So I think I've covered everything. So my last point is, and I know that I'm over time now. I'm coming up on 35 minutes. We are in campaign 11. Campaign 11 closes on May 14th, Tuesday, May 14th. Do not wait until the last day. I'm hoping that you all have started working a system to get your customers to put their orders in earlier. Please do, because remember, we're all starting on the starting line at the same time. When campaign 11 started, we were all on the starting line at the same time. It's just who gets here first is going to get the best of the picks. If you are taking your time and you're not going to cross that finish line until May 14th, guess what? You're going to find that things are sold out. Speaking of brochures, do not place your order for the next campaign's brochures in the current campaign. You need to get your systems worked around where, say, in campaign 11, you're ordering your campaign 13 books, okay? So you're ordering ahead. That gives you the time to get them stamped, labeled, and ready to go when it's time. Also on that note, leaders, you have the ability, even if you have one person on your team, you have the ability to buy your brochures 3 campaigns ahead. So in my campaign 11 order, I'm getting my campaign 14 books. So that's a really good reason why you want to be a leader. It only takes one person to make you a leader. So anyway, I think I've gone over everything. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Call me, text me, email me. I think I've said that about 15 times tonight. I'm serious, okay? So I want to see big numbers for campaign 11. I would love to hear how you are going to use Bug Guard on the cover for campaign 12. Oh, and by the way, on that note, Sandy Haremza, she has been reaching out to sports teams. I think this is a brilliant idea. She has been reaching out to sports teams, and she's telling them if they let her come to a game, set up a table with her Bug Guard, she will give the team $1 from the sale of every single product. Now, remember, we have products that sell, we have the regular size products and we have the family size products. So for instance, the aerosol spray is $10. The family size pump is $14. The regular size pump, and this is all in the Expedition line, is $7.50. So yeah, she's going to be giving a larger percentage of her profits if she sells the regular size pump spray, but she can have the family size pump spray there. Such a deal for, let's see, it's actually, yeah, it is a deal. It's $1 off for them to get the family size pump spray cost effectively, as opposed to the 4 ounce. So if she sells those, she's going to have a bigger profit margin. So anyway, I thought that was a brilliant idea. So if you have any sports teams close to you, you might want to reach out to them and make that suggestion, whether it be Little League, soccer, what have you, baseball, well, that is Little League. Any sports you can think of, even if it's indoor soccer or indoor football for the summer, anything like that. Brilliant, brilliant suggestion. So thank you to Sandy for that. All right, with that, I am out of here. It is Wednesday night, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next week, same time, I believe. What is next week? Next week is going to be the 15th, and yeah, I will definitely be on, and I'm going to be on at the regular 5 o'clock time. So I'll see you all then. Bye.